Good morning, friends. Welcome back to the channel. This is Tanya at Sidegigcrafts. I'm so glad you have stopped by and are here to visit and hang out with me. I hope you'll get your crafty stuff out and craft along. Today we are going to be making a folio for photos for Christmas. Do you guys ever get to that point where you think you're done and realize, wait, I need to do one more gift? I'm at that place, you guys. So I hope you'll come along and join me. Now this is inspired by Carolina's Crafts. I will link her video below. This is a very basic folio, and I just, sometimes you gotta get back to the basics. How big is this? I started putting these things together, but then decided I need to turn on that camera. So let's see, these are gonna be 8 inches high, so this cover sheet is going to need to be 10 inches, and I think I'm going to need my full length on this one. So we're using some Christmas scraps to get them off the desk. This is actually the cover of an atlas that I have been working on, and I found it over there, and I thought, you know what? That'll work perfect once it's covered in. I taped two of the pieces together, and then a little crooked there, but that's okay because my paper is going to cover that up, and for a little bit of structure, and then I'm going to put cardstock all around it, so I think it'll work out just fine. So I think that's where we're going to go here. Let's tape this down. I think tape will work out great. I'm going to add some glue too, because glue also adds to the structural soundness of the paper. Makes it a little stiffer, a little stronger. Hope you guys are doing great. If I don't know what I was going to say. Today's a work day for me, so I'm doing some quick projects. I got to get these done, though, because I got to get out in the mail if they're going to make it. And they may not, This is one of those, might make it after the fact, but it's a folio, and it's for pictures that were taken for Christmas, so I think that'll work. That'll be fine, right? Oops, I should put glue on there. There'll definitely be glue on the other side for sure, and I won't forget on these pieces. And so you can't put Christmas pictures in it until Christmas happens, so I think it'll be okay. But this is such a quick project, and I thought this would be a great one for a gift. Running late on that gift giving thing. This is a quick save. It's not a hard project at all. Oops, I could have gone a little higher, but that's okay. We're going to use glue anyway. So yeah, I thought I'd get one of these done. I probably need 2 of them, but I don't think I'm going to have time for 2 before work. I do need 2, actually. I know I need 2. I have one other gift I need to give. So, I think I'm almost done. I started putting some of my Christmas papers away today and straightening up a little. I know my desk is driving some of you crazy. I am so sorry about that. Don't leave on my account, please. I'm the one working in it. But I hear it sometimes, like, what are you doing? Well, you work with what you've got. And right now, this is what I've got. It's pretty rough. Most of the time, it's pretty rough. I'm a sloppy crafter. Well, I am, let's be honest. But it inspires me. I know that sounds crazy, but why do you think I work with my scraps all the time? Because they're here. They're out. They're not put away. When my things are put away, I don't remember what I have, and I don't want to go get them out. My 1 minute rule, if you can't find it within a minute, it wasn't meant to be. Oh, I mean that. If I can't find it, I'm not going to use it. So that's why a lot of times I'm working with scraps, because I had some time to find some stuff for a project. Maybe it was a certain paper or something, And I've got it on my desk, and so I'm going to use these things. And why not? Why not use them instead of going and getting putting them in a box and then having to sort through that? And I'm not saying I don't have a box. I do have a box, but I need to clean my box because it's not as organized as it normally is. My box is actually really organized, and I've got big scraps that are over, I don't know, I might make different rules when I clean it, but over different sizes are in one box, and then anything smaller than that is in the second box. And it kind of depends, the sizes that I do, it kind of depends on what I have in there. If it looks like I've got a lot of smaller scraps, then I'm going to change my size requirements. But for the most part, they kind of fit some rules and guidelines. So I try not to get, I continually work through those instead of going and getting new papers out. So I don't have a ton of paper flying everywhere, even though it probably appears that way sometimes. It's not true. My scraps just get smaller and smaller as I go through them. And when I do clean them out, I actually do throw a lot of it away. I chop them into squares so that they're easier to handle and they don't get caught and bent and ruined. Then I throw a lot of that away. The pieces I cut off. So, you know, it works for me. Now, I don't know why I'm explaining myself. Why do I feel like I need to? I don't know. But, that being said, now my scissors have disappeared because I used them for something. They're right there. Right there. Right where they're supposed to be, actually. Alright, we're going to miter this. I know this is a little awkward shape here, but, you know, I'm working with a 12 by 12, so my paper is actually, these are 5 by 8. This is 1 by 8 and 5 by 8. So there's only going to be 5, 10, 11. There's only going to be an inch of extra, and that's what I need to fold over and to give me a little room for bending there in the middle. So not a lot of extra room there. So I didn't want to patch. Now, fold these over, and it's going to be crooked. That's okay because this is all going to get covered. So it's okay if it's crooked. Nobody will ever know unless they watch the video. And I know that the recipients of this one do not watch my videos. Well, I don't know that actually. Maybe they do. I hope they'll tell me if they do. That would be cool. Okay. They'll be like, we saw you make this. Cool beans. I think it's fun watching people make gifts for me. Seeing how they do it. Telling their stories. I like that. Okay. Put some tape on there. Here, I'm going to go straight across with this tape. And then this one. And these two pages are actually gaping. I'm going to put, well, I don't know if the glue is going to help. The reason why they're gaping and not sticking together totally is because they're glossy on the other side. So that's why I made sure I pasted the glossy sides together. See, this is the paper. So I pasted the glossy sides together so that everything would stick on this side because this is not glossy. So I wanted the this part that would stick easier. That's going to take the paper, the decorative paper, because it'll look nicer. And there won't be that stickage issue. The stickage issue won't be an issue because it's going to be covered with all this other paper. And it'll be held inside there. So that'll work out just fine. Yeah. So I think after the holidays are up, I'm going to probably set up my craft table, a craft table in the living room, a folding table, and go through my scraps and just sort through them. If you guys are interested in that process, let me know. I'll make a video of it. I don't mind doing that. I usually turn on movies or videos and watch TV while I'm doing it, but it's kind of one of those sit there and sort kind of things, but I don't mind doing that if you guys are interested. I know some of you had requested some I'm gluing over the tape. Some organizational videos. Right now, the way things are in my craft room, I can't do that. Simply because my craft room is a mess, and I haven't come up with those solutions in this particular room. My room is a regular standard bedroom, but I've got about 3 craft rooms full of stuff in this one room because when my kids moved in, I had to quickly move it, and that's been a while, and that's partially why I try not to buy too much stuff. You know, all the cute new collection. Oh, this did not work because look at that gap. Cute new collections and all that stuff because I don't have room to put it. And I need to work through what I've got before I start thinking about that. That doesn't mean I don't buy things from time to time. I do. We all know this. But, that's terrible. But I have to be selective. So, when the kids move out, which they are actually in process of, oh, you guys, I don't like that at all. What am I going to do? How am I going to fix that? Here's what I think I'm going to do. This is not what I recommend, but this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to end up having to put a trim around it. Oh, got it. Now I'm cutting into paper. Okay. So what I think happened there is my papers were not lined up perfectly. And I think so what I think I'm going to do is actually take a piece of black paper . How long is this total? 11 inches? It should be about 11 inches. It's 11 and a quarter. So I'm teaching you how to fix it too. Let's see, 10, 11 and a quarter. What we're going to do, we are going to fold this in half. This way we won't have to put a trim all the way around it. Just at the bottom. This will work. I'm going to put a piece of tape here. But with the kids moving and such, that's going to give me an opportunity to start a new craft room in the space downstairs. And we'll start from scratch. Alright, so I just tucked that into that. We'll fold this over. Put this up. Now this is going to have a gap on the side. This is all going to be covered too though, so I think we're going to be just fine. May or may not be slightly noticeable. We'll see. It's going to have a line here, but this is going to have a front and a back cover. There we go. That's not a bad fix, right? Okay. Next thing we need to do is we're going to train this a little bit. It's going to make it easier when we get to the coverage part. Start folding these. There we go. Just gently, we don't want it to crack. holding really nicely. So that's going to be our cover. Alright, and then I think I'd like to use some of my, let's see here, get over here at these beautiful scraps. I could use one of these on, we could use, nope, not on the middle. Can't use that one in the middle, on that side. Oh, it's too small, obviously. That's the other book we're working on. I thought I had all my scraps right here. Maybe I've been just using through them. Who knows? We could use this one for potentially use those. We could potentially use them on the outside too. We're going to hold on to that for a minute before, so we can make those decisions with all the information, right? Okay, guys, these guys are going back to the scrap box right now. Right now. Done with those for now. Cut this one. I really don't have a lot of scrap papers on here right now. I guess I've used most of them. I really love this one. But because of its directional pattern, I can't use it. Here. Let's see here. I have these as well. Will these fit in there? Still too big. I need to make something with these. I said I was going to. Okay, hold tight. Hold tight. Talk amongst yourselves. Let's see. I do have, ooh, will these be perfect size for this? It would. Alright, well, here we go. Let's use these. These are the perfect size already. Ooh, I like that for this other thing. Hold on. Put that there. That's another project I'm making. That's pretty. I like that one a lot. These would be pretty with the black. Got some traditional colors in there. And okay, so we've got doubles of those. Let's see. Hang on. I'm debating. Where's the second one? That one. We could use that for the spine, maybe? Ooh. I'm changing my mind up a little bit here and there. These are just so pretty. Where's that music one? Did I use the other music one? I only saw that one. I might have used it already. For something else. Ooh. Yeah, I think I must have used that one for something different, which is fine. Totally fine. We'll find a way to use it in here though. Maybe on the inside spine. No, because we'll find a way to use it. Okay. Maybe on the inside spine. So here's what we're going to do. What did I say? These are 5 by 9. So it's like 5 1/4 now with that paper. So we're going to do, no, 5 by 8. 4 7/8. So And I said by 8, so we're going to go to 7 7/8. Should fit perfectly. And 4 7/8. You leaving?
I am.
Filming.
Sebastian's here. We're going to hang out for the morning.
Okay, have fun. Love it too.
I'll probably be back for a little bit around.
I'll be working.
Okay. Well, have fun.
Yeah. Alright. I always like to warn people I'm filming. Just in case. I don't want to say anything they don't want to have broadcast. Let's see. We're going to do the same thing with these. Okay, now I'm thinking about these on the inside. We can put these on the outside, or we could put these on the, I think these on the outside might be better because we can use more florally or Christmassy prints. There. These on the inside. I'll use the music paper to overlap that just a little bit. So we'll cut that one for that, and these on the outside. Actually, see, but it won't cover. Let's just start attaching it. Ideally, I think it would have been easier just to put one solid piece on the inside. But these are beautiful, and I should use them. So we'll do that. They're a good size for this. My glue is flowing easily today. I hope the rest of my day goes this easy. As easy as my glue is, right? Okay. I'm going to make sure that my paper's lined up real well on this edge, because I'm going to put paper over a little bit of this just to cover these gaps, and of course to cover that spine. So I want to make sure that I don't have errors on this side, because I can cover up any of them that are over here. So I'm kind of watching that. This is just such a fun folio when it's done for pictures and such. If I took more pictures, I'd probably make one for myself. I should say if I printed more pictures. Oops. There we go. Probably could have scooted that over a little bit more, but that's a little late. A little late for that now. Okay, so this one I just want to go barely over. So that's middle piece is 1 inch. So I'm going to do 2 inches. That gives me a 1/2 inch on each side to play with. So I wanted to use the music because I think that's beautiful. Apparently they did too because they used the flowers for the strip. Let's cut that down to just under 8 inches right there. So and 1.5 inches. No, I said 2 inches. 1 for the spine and 1/2 inch on each side. Now I think it's going to be easier to fit this if I score it. And I may be wrong, but I think so. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. If I'm wrong, you will have learned from me and my mistakes. There we go. So we're going to score this at 1/2 inch. And at 1.5. That gives me a 1/2 inch on each side. Put that down where I can find it easier again. Put this back in the drawer. And then it won't be quite as hard to train that paper. Let's go ahead and, oh man. So in theory, that's correct, but it's not. Okay. We're not gonna score it. We're gonna do it the other way. Did I already do this side? 8. Yeah. Let's just glue it down. We're gonna score it once it's on there. That'll be better. But I will put this here. And line this up. This paper, I love this, I love this paper because it doesn't have the music, because it doesn't have a right side or a direction. The music notes are both directions. I'm sure there's some in that groove. Line that paper up. Now we're going to smush this down as good as we can. We're going to get into those grooves. Remember I put that glue in there. Smush it in there. I may pull these up a little bit. That's okay. It's just aligning everything. Make sure it gets in there. Everything's pushed down smoothly. Oh, I'm loving this. Okay, while that's drying, because it's important that it dries before we start bending on it, I'm going to push this down a little bit more though. Train that real good. Let's turn it over and do this side. Now this side, I thought it would be beautiful to put these, because then I can use some Christmassy prints to decorate. So that's why I chose these. Okay, and oh, really love this. I don't have enough though. It's because it's directional. Oh, I hate that. But I can use it. Maybe. We'll see. These on here. Let's make sure it's lined up really well before we actually place it down, because there's not going to be any move in this because of that tape. So there we go. That's pretty darn good. Okay, and then we've got this side. There's that seam, but see how we're covering it? Nobody's ever going to know. That's how we fix it. Should I put 4 on the other side? It doesn't matter. This is coming together pretty quick, isn't it? We're going to have lots of spaces for pictures. We're going to have a waterfall on one side for pictures. I say back to basic. I don't know if this is a basic design or not, but this is one of the first folios I learned how to do when I was paper crafting. And so that's why I think of it that way. It's fairly simple, really. And you can kind of make it the measurements that you want, as long as you understand how it works. You can pretty much tweak it to whatever you need. All right, and then I'm thinking maybe, what did we decide in the middle? The flowers in the middle? Because I have this strip. I think that's perfect. There will be a little bit of a gap there, but that's okay. With that little fix-it. Oops, we need to put still glue on this one too. This is non-directional too, so it doesn't matter, but I do want it to sit in the middle here. Get that the best that we can. We've got a beautiful book, guys. This is the start. Okay, we've got this trained. We've got this trained. And that's a little bit too wide. Doggone it. How am I going to fix that? All these fixes today. What's going on? I should have trimmed it just a little more. But that's perfect. Now it doesn't stick over. Oops. There. Beautiful. Okay, now let's figure out what papers we're putting on the inside. This is non-directional, so it doesn't matter which way it goes at the moment. Kind of, it's fine. Okay, I'm fussing, that's all. I think this would be pretty inside. I should have another one of these that I could put on this side too. Should be towards the, oops, I found it. I found it. Okay, let's make the waterfall next. That's the harder part. So this is 6 inches, did I say? Nope, 5 inches. So we're going to do, need a drink. Four inches wide. 4 by 4 1/4. That's what we're going to do. All right. 4 by 4 1/4. Let's see if I can get 2 out of this. if I left that strip on, but, well, oh, wait. Silly me. Okay, 4x4. Do 4x4. 4x4. That won't work. It's going to go slightly under. We're going to do 3 7/8. How about that? So 4x3 7/8. Should just do 3 7/8. 3x3 7/8. Make it square. I'm debating. No, we're going to do 4x3 7/8. And I don't need them all this color. So I was going to use this as my background, and I just messed that up, didn't I? Okay, we're going to make a pocket out of it. 6 this piece by 4. Too big. 5.5 by 4. And then we're going to tip it. And I'm just going to eyeball this part. You can measure it if you want to. I'm just going to tip it and cut that part. Alright, there's that easy piece. So, it would have been better if I would have scored it. So, let's score it anyway. It'll be a little bit smaller. That's okay. That's okay. We'll do this by 1/2 inch. And we'll do this by 1/2 inch. We'll need that again. And then we're going to take our scissors and we're going to miter this. Fold it. Fold it. And we've got a pocket here. Okay. And that mitering, or that, you don't have to score it, but it makes the pocket a little easier to use, so it's a good idea. I don't like to use tape on my pockets because they sometimes get a little sticky, so we'll use glue. I'm going to miter that piece too. There. I'm really liking this. Alright, these are going to go here as pockets. Wait, this way, this way. That's the 4 direction. I want to put a piece back behind it. Do I like that? Yes and no. I do and I don't. Because it needs to go with all the other papers. And it kind of doesn't very well. Simply because I chose paper from a different paper pack. Too busy. That one might be nice. That's nice. That'll pick up, I think, from the papers that I have. I like that one. Okay. So this is 8 inches tall, so I'm going to do 7. And these were 4 inches, 3 7/8, 4 by 3 7/8 is not going to work. It's 5 inches wide. If I go to 4, that puts that right there. And that's perfect, actually. And I'm going to use... You know, I was going to use my corner rounder, but all of my corners, everything's square, so I guess I'm not. Let's just do it. Let's just do it. Isn't that crazy? Everything's square, and I have not inked or distressed a single thing. Huh. Not a single thing. There. That's pretty straight. Okay, and then if I do my pockets, I might have to adjust this a little bit. That's 4. No, we're going to do it for, and then we're just going to do 1/4 inch on this part. The picture will have to be a little smaller, but no, we're going to do 1/2 inch because that doesn't correlate. They're going to have to adjust the pictures. It's okay. Okay, and 4-inch side. That's on the 8th side. Alright, so I'm going to need a few more of these. Let's see how many we can get. No, I probably won't leave a little gap up there. Oh, you know why? Okay, so the reason I cut it that way is because this isn't the base. These are to decorate the base. That's why I cut it that way. Ugh. Okay, let's go back to black. Back to the black paper. That's why I did that. Silly me. Silly, silly me. Okay. Let me grab another piece. So I left it over here. I'm telling you, it is simple. Just gotta remember what you're doing. Alright, we need a base before we go there. Let's get this out. So this is gonna be 4. 4.5, I think. I may change my mind because now that I scored those papers, I may want to adjust. So let's get this out. Turn this to 4.5, and we're going to score that 1/2 inch off right there. Now the point was that this is going to be the base to lay it down, and then these were supposed to decorate. And now that I've bent them, which I'm still going to have to trim this up anyway. I think I'm still going to use it. I can decorate that part again. I can, you know, I can work with it still. And I think I'll put it there. Okay, so this one, let's make sure this one's right. And what I'll do is I'll make sure that these are the underneath pieces. So they're not, it's not quite as obvious there. Okay, but I'm going to need more of these. So let's do 4 by 4.5. Do it again. We're going to need at least 4. Come on, it's not sliding for some reason. 4.5. We've got at least 4. Let's see what we're doing here. There's at least 4. Other things. So I already know that these are going to go down here, so I might as well just glue them now. And I'll explain what I'm doing in a sec. So this one, we're going to go up as high as we want, but it's got to be within, we're going to line it up with this paper. This paper actually really helps to make it straight and look uniform, because as we put these pages in, it can get a little bit wonky if you're not paying attention. So let's hold that one down. You can see I've lined it up on the side. It's a good time for a drink of coffee. We've got that 1/2 inch fold underneath. And burnish it. And then when we flip this up, I can burnish again. Then the next one, we're going to glue this fold. This is where it can start getting wonky. Now this one we want to glue right up against that piece of paper and line it up again with that paper underneath. See how I did that? And then we'll burnish that again. Now these papers should be lined up pretty well, as long as our folding and everything is appropriate. There we go. Do it again. We might be able to get 1 or 2 more on there. We'll see. I want them to have, this is a big family, so I want them to have lots of room for their pictures. They may have to adjust them to size, but at least have lots of little pages to put them on. I was going to make them something different, but I think this is good because they actually have a new baby in their family too, so that's kind of cool. This one's not wanting to line up. I think we can just kind of push it a little bit. There we go. There is a slight gap in there. I can see that. Now, kind of fold it over. We're going to put a strip of paper that will fix that. Okay, so if you have to, if it does that to you, it's okay. We've got another step. Burnish that down real good, and this one's going to come up under this one. Yeah, see, we've got some room down here for some more. Or we could put a sentiment or something there, but I'm going to put papers. Now, thinking about it, I was going to cover all these papers with this black with different paper, but you could potentially leave it just as it is. Oop, see how that's not lining up quite right? I think it's not that bad though. Okay. We've still got some we could do. So 4 by 4.5. Get at least 2 more. long piece. Okay. You could use tape for this too. I've done that. It's not as forgiving though. It's hard to slide it if you miss the mark. So I do like the glue a little bit better for that reason on this. And this is too wide. What happened there? Okay. Why, yes, I'm filming.
Oh, you are?
Yes.
Oh, I'm sorry.
How you doing?
I wasn't coming to interrupt. I was coming to say hi, and then the stairs kind of made me a little...
Oh, no, you're fine. I just like to let you know before you say something you don't want to. The
I mean,
world
I
to know.
usually don't. I'm usually pretty, you know... I think I'm tame when I come up here.
I just like to warn you. I just like to warn you.
I was just coming to tell you how cool. My job just sent me a $50 gift card.
Oh, my
I
gosh.
got to pick where.
That's nice.
Which is cool because last night I stayed up really late on accident doing online shopping on Amazon.
And you spent money you shouldn't have?
No. I put a ton of stuff in my gift in
your cart?
In my cart. And I'm going to get... So there's...
So you can pick some of those things.
Yeah. So this whole time I've been crocheting, I'm like, why is my yarn always tangled? I spend more time untangling than I do crocheting. Turns out you're supposed to prep the yarn. You're not just supposed to like start on the ball. Apparently they don't give you a ready-to-go yarn ball.
Since when?
Since always.
What?
So
2,
apparently
3, 4, 5, 6.
if you
One more?
prep it
Yeah?
and you put it on a bobbin, that's what they're called, right? The little bobbin.
Yeah.
It will prevent tangling.
Tangling? Well, yeah. I mean, if you put it on a bobbin.
Stuff to make my own yarn.
Chloe is teaching us about yarn and crocheting right now.
Well, yeah, because I had to get, well, I haven't gotten them yet, but what are those called? The curters?
The what?
They're like the slick brushes you comb dogs with, but they're massive, and you, like, brush them against each other with the fiber in the middle, and you get the fiber all going the same way, and then you get this huge old tuft.
What?
And then...
That's the name of it? I don't know what that
I don't
means.
think that's a name. But it's like you get this big old, like, loose cotton ball type thing.
Yeah.
And then you feed it into the spinner. I want to get a traditional spinner, but I was looking those up, and they go for like $1,000 cheapest.
I don't think they're going to give you a gift card for that.
I don't think so. But, I'm going to get a hand spinner for now, which I guess is a good place to start.
That sounds pretty cool.
Very excited.
I'm making this for your in-laws.
Are you?
I am.
Or...
I think this is better than the miniature thing.
Oh, I was really excited for the miniature thing.
Maybe I'll do both then.
Matthew said his mom actually really likes them, and that's actually where he got them. I love the passion.
That's why I was asking you. Okay, then I'll do both.
Okay.
They can have both. I mean, I have sets. I have 2 sets, so.
You know what else is cool about my job? They're gonna pay for a stand-up desk.
What?
Yeah, apparently they have this wellness program, and I could get.
Can I have one?
I can get.
Can they order you 2? I love those desks.
I can get a stand-up desk, and then I was gonna get a walking treadmill for underneath, which they reimburse. It's not like they just send it to you; they reimburse it to encourage their healthy employees.
You guys, isn't that awesome? Chloe's got a cool job. Slightly jealous. Slightly jelly, Chloe.
It still sounds too good to be true. I've been there 3 days, and I'm like, what have I been messing up? How can they fire me? Just watching videos.
Alright, let's use this one too.
Alright, let me know when you're done recording this, because I do have juicy gossip.
Ooh, I can't wait.
Well, it's not really juicy. It's just
Well, see, that's why I tell you that I'm recording when you come up, so that you don't start spilling the tea.
They would love it. What do you mean?
Well, I know they would, but the people that you're going to be discussing probably wouldn't want their business all over.
Can I have this?
What is it? You can. You can take that whole thing.
No, I just want this corner.
No.
Give me the scissors.
There's some right there.
This is a pretty die cut.
I know. It just didn't. It didn't go right through that paper. I have the die cut. Oops. What am I doing? This needs to be 4 by 3 7/8 by 3 7/8, right? No, 4 by 3 7/8. That's 4 by 3
Okay, love you. I'm gonna go work now.
Love you too.
I like that ribbon too.
Nope, that you can't have. I'm actually using that in a journal.
Well, good, because I was saying you should incorporate it.
See my journal? See, I started that journal already. Look, 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 look.
Oh, I love the blue.
Look, it's gonna be a visible spine.
Oh, I like that. Are you gonna?
It's gonna be an art journal.
The spine all fancy and crazy?
I don't know.
Very cool.
I don't know.
Make the visible spine a statement.
It is a statement.
Well,
Gosh.
then embroider the spine.
Embroider the spine? What do you mean embroider?
I mean, use the threading that you're gonna use to bind the book.
And make that fancy?
Make the binding fancy. Make the binding its own personal art statement.
I actually might do that because I have some ideas for that. Good idea,
Cody. Thread in some cool beads or something.
I was going to do that for sure.
If you wanted to make clay buttons.
Nope, I'm not making clay buttons. I actually have a friend of mine making some glass beads. Remember I told you about that?
Oh, yeah.
She sent me a picture and I'm planning to use some of them on there.
Oh, gosh.
Glass beads, you guys, are gorgeous. My friend is making them.
Did you finish my cookies?
Your cookies? Oh, yes.
I want them.
They're right here. They are right here in this sliding pile.
I was gonna wear them to Christmas.
Here you go. Do you need to make a couple? Here's mine.
Do you want a set?
I don't want a set. I won't wear them.
What?
Do you want to make a set for a gift?
Actually,
Like Christmas cookies, you guys.
Yeah, I would actually like to give a set to my sister-in-law.
Does your... There we go. That enough? Perfect. Did you see the floor tiles for Grandma?
Oh, in person. They look nice.
Yeah, I'm excited.
Alright, leave me alone.
What?
Stop distracting me.
I'm distracting you? Alright, you guys. Enough. Get back to it. I know. I hope you guys don't mind interruptions like that. It's just family, you know. It's just family time. Those of you who have made it this far in the video, I consider you my family too, so I don't mind sharing my real life family with you. They do make appearances from time to time. And when they move out, I'm not going to have that anymore, so I don't mind. As much as I say, you know, I can't wait to them to move because there's so many things. But at the same time, I will miss them tremendously. So don't get me wrong there. It's going to be an adjustment again. You know, that empty nest syndrome thing that happens. Some of you know what I'm talking about. I think I'm going to put this one here. Because I am using these scraps up. It's slightly too wide. Slightly. I think it's because it's crooked. Straighten it up. Fitting? It is crooked, isn't it? Let's see if it's less crookedish this way. I think so. Oops, gonna go back that way, and I think we're good. Good enough. Okay, so then should we put another piece under there? I don't know. I guess we could. We could put one more here. See if I can get it to fit better. See, it's just, no, it's too off like that. Use this instead. 3 7/8. Can't wait to hear what she's got to tell me though. Oh, I don't need 2 of them because they're right next to each other. Okay. We can put this one here. See, I should have put a ribbon closure on this too, and I forgot, didn't I? But that's okay. That's all right. All right, I need one more for this one, and it could be something totally... I wish I did have a little bit wider piece of that, because it would look better. But since I don't, maybe this one. Too red? No, let's do it. Maybe I should go this way with it. There. This was all using scraps from... Well, no, it's not, because I got into that book, didn't I? I can't say that. Say, this is all scraps from my desk. No, I couldn't find scraps on my desk. Not the ones I needed. But I did put a bunch away, so that's good too. So I feel like I cleaned and got some stuff done today. Lots of things done today. And I still need to make one more of these. Alright. Now I could potentially, no, we're going to use paper. I was going to say we could potentially use ribbon to put in the gaps in between these, but because this would be is nice covered up. The black is I like to cover it up. But I think we're going to use, I have enough of this. I don't think so. Do I have enough of this? That would be nice, actually. I think so. Need 4, 3 7/8. By 1/2 inch. This is actually 5 inches, so let's go to 4.5. 4, 3.5, 3, 2.5, 2, and that's probably plenty. Probably don't need to keep going. And this should fit, not that piece, these should fit right up in here. Ooh, I don't know. Do we like that? That'll look like an extension of that one. That's okay. Do we like that? It kind of looks like a flag or something. I don't like that. Okay, sorry, we're not using that. Ooh, wait a minute. I have... Did I get them all? This one. What about using this one? I think I have enough of that paper, even in pieces, that we could use that. Yep, I sure do. Alright, so that's what we're going to use. I think that's the best choice. So we'll just take 1/2 inch chunks off of these. It's going to be too thick. Oops. is not straight. That's 2. Sorry guys, I'm doing math. It's hard. I don't do math. Actually, I do. They told us we'd use a lot of math as we were growing up. I never believed it until I started crafting again. I was like, oh yeah, yep, there's a lot of math there. Gotta know fractions. Oops, 3 7/8, not 2 7/8. I almost messed that one up big time. Oops, I should have gone there. An inch and an inch. Sometimes I wish I had one of those slidey cutter thingies. But when I got a little tiny one, it was so wonky. I was like, I don't know if I can figure out how to do this well and be comfortable with it. Of course, then I'd stop cutting myself with my guillotine, right? That wouldn't be a bad thing. Usually when I have cuts on my hands, that's why. Usually, I have one on my knuckle right there. That's from that. Just when you think that blade's not sharp, you run your hand up underneath it. I didn't even try to chomp anything. It just slid it against that blade. That's how it usually works. Reach underneath, try to pick something up, and I just slice myself. Who knew crafting was dangerous? But this book is fun. I hope you guys will give it a try. You definitely use a lot of your Christmas papers, scraps, and a few bigger pieces. Oops, that did not fit. Did that not fit quite right? What's happening there? Let's try gluing it again. Okay. Did it stay? I hope so. Might have to cut a couple more. Yep, I do. And that's fine. And a half, 1 1/2. And 1. I think that's all I need. Oops, something happened there. What's happening there? There we go. Do I need one there? I do need one there. Ah! Okay, so I'll cut this one in half. That'll work. Because this was an inch. With the guillotine, once you get down past that inch, it's really hard to cut anything. So you kind of have to do it backwards. But if your paper's only an inch wide, it doesn't work well. So you have to find other ways. That's why sometimes I wish I had one of them slidey things. Slidey cutty things. Okay, let's fold this and make sure everything is really well pressed down. There we go. That's cute. Okay. And we have our book. Now, I'm just going to go this far for video because I know I've gone over my hour, you guys. I'm going to have to glue these videos together to make them work. But you can decorate it however you want to. You can put something here. You could put a, you know, if you have a cut apart, that would be cute there. You could put a name here. Maybe it's the family name there. You could put something decorative here. You could put a card in there. Pictures can go all in here. I think it's a fun project. I hope you'll give it a try. Decorate the front of it, the side of it, all of that stuff. And once again, because it's a gift, I actually am not going to finish it in the video. So definitely wanted to show you some options and things that you could use. And I hope you'll take that and run with it and make your own. I hope you all have a fantastic day, fantastic holiday. Hit that like and subscribe button. We'll see you soon. Bye-bye.